Hey everybody, it's Yuuki once again, giving you guys a little bit of a card game experience that I'm building for you guys for today. And this is made using the Nue deck template that you can find on Unity. And I do plan to make a little bit of a tutorial series for you guys to help you guys learn how to make this kind of thing for your game. So what we're gonna go through is a little bit of a demo, and I'm gonna show you guys how it works and how to play and when where can you download this particular experience once I actually upload said experience. So I'm gonna hit this play button here on Unity, and we're gonna go through what it does. So this experience was made using the Nue deck version 2.10 made by Nue Games, and it is to simulate a rogue-like card game like in it's like in the form of Magic the Gathering, and you're gonna see that in a moment. So as you can see here, this experience is an RPG roguelike card game that has you playing cards to do damage to your enemies and opponents. Mana is used to play cards. Some cards in this experience is created, while some were made by way games, and you can see which ones are those in a moment. This build has three. There's going to be four encounters. I should say three encounters for you to try out, with more coming in the future build. Get started by pressing the play button on the left. Experience build 1.00A. So we're gonna press the play button here, and you can see that we have three encounters, not four. I took off the fourth one just to not make it too long. I do apologize for the text on the bottom right. I'm gonna find a different background for that. So the background was actually not from Nue Games. It's from another asset pack that I found for free. So we're gonna go ahead and press encounter one. So here's how this works. As you can see, we have our character here on the left, and you have your enemy on the right, and your hand on the bottom center. So on the left side, I'm gonna show you guys the icons. The the left side, let's go top. Let's talk about the HUD first on the top. So the name Yuki there, I put that there on purpose, and then I named it's supposed to say Nue, but I customized it to put my username on there. So when you get this experience, you're actually gonna get the name Yuki there. The health points are by the heart there, and the gold is by the gold icon as you can see above. The one on the right side is room one. By default, that is supposed to be there, and there's a back button just in case. Bottom left corner, you're gonna have your mana indicated by the green icon, and your draw pile indicated by the cards. On the right side, you're gonna have the end turn button, and then you're gonna have the discard pile shown by the blue icon. Top right of that blue icon is the exhaust pile. There are no cards to be exhausted in this build, so don't worry about those. But this basically, if you play Yu-Gi-Oh, that's like your banish shown, I believe, in Yu-Gi-Oh. So a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh their terminology there. So to start playing, all you have to do, make sure you have your mana count at 4 out of 4, and that's how you start this game with 4 mana. If this is available on our Windows and Macintosh, so to play a card, first off, let's look at the card information. For example, this card, the basic block, which is made by Nue Games themselves. And let's take a look at the card itself. On the top left corner of the card is how much mana is required to play that card. In this case, we have 1 mana, meaning I have 4 out of 4. That means that's taking me down to 3 out of 4. Then in the middle of that, we have the name of the card, and then bottom of that, the icon, and in the bottom of that, the description. Read the description very carefully, though, because although some of these cards are pre-made by Nue Games, I actually added cards myself. And you can see one of those right here, attack for health. This card I actually created the effect here. So for 2 mana, you can get 5 attack power, but you have to lose 20 HP for that, if you will. So it's a trade off. So to play a card, click, hold, hold left click, and go to your character, or in some cases for an enemy, all you have to do is hold left click and go and drag it to where that little curly brace is. That's your target value. In this case, I'm going to be playing a block card, and the target value is your player. So when you hit this red eye area, go ahead and release left click, and the effect of that card is going to apply. In this case, I added 5 block. As you can see with this little blue triangle and the number 5. So I have 3 mana to play with. Now I could use, there is a mana plus card in this deck. So if I do end up getting that, I can get mana. There's also a mana card here. For 0 mana, you get 1 mana, but in this case, there's a condition. You lose 1 strength or 1 attack power. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and 1 mana up there. I'm going to go ahead and use this. Okay? So I can get positive strength value, and I'm going to draw a card. So 0 for 0 mana, you can draw 2 cards, and then I actually got my first attack card of this game. Same deal, hold left click to drag. As you can see, because this is an attack card, you get to attack your opponent right there by releasing left click. And then I'm going to go ahead and try my luck by drawing 4 cards, and I get another attack card. I actually get another attack card there. And I actually added a double block to add 10 guard to your player. Although a 0 mana is too lenient, I'm going to actually add mana to that. I only did that for testing purposes. Don't actually do that if you're going to actually do this, make this template. So I press end turn to end my turn, the enemy attacks or does its action. Now to tell what the enemy is doing next, all you have to do is take a look at the icon displayed on the top of the enemy's head. In this case, we have a shield icon and a number 6. That represents that this enemy is about to do 6 guard on themselves, of course, and add 6 shield. So that gives you a little bit of a strategy to tell you, hey, should I attack now or should I wait? It's okay to skip a turn if you think that something is coming up. So here's my hand for this particular turn. With 4 mana, I can actually do some damage here. But I'm going to go ahead and play it safe play it safe now. Now, this is technically not supposed to be a shield turn because he's already shielding. So I can actually go for 30 damage if I wanted to, which I'm going to show you guys right now. Now, as you can see, if a card is unusable because you don't have enough mana, as you can see with this card, the Mega Heal A, it's grayed out. You cannot use it because you don't have enough mana. But I can still attack, and because I cleared that counter, you get a reward. Now, the reward system in this is you get some gold and a card. Now, gold, I'm not going to use much unless they update the template. I'm not. I believe the last time this was updated was 2020. So for this, I'm going to add a card to my collection. Now, I have a pool of 9 cards to choose from, but you only get 3. What do I mean by that? I'm going to show you in the programming notes in a moment how that works in a moment. So I get to choose one card from this pool of three, which is a pool of nine, if you think about it. So I can choose either Earn Mana for two, which is built in, Basic Heal for three, which is also built in, or Increase Strength by four, which is also built in. I'm gonna choose for this sample the Strength one. Now, because gold is not useful in this particular template right now, you don't need to use it. You do not need to. Press next. Okay? When you finish an encounter, as you can see, it says completed, and you cannot go back to said encounter once you're finished it. You may have noticed that encounter 3 is grayed out. That's because in this particular template, you have to go encounter by encounter, one after the other. So and we're going to go to encounter 2. So again, the same rules apply here, but now we have two enemies and we have the introduction of this icon too. Now to check what cards you have in your draw pile or in your deck, I should say, click on this icon, the draw pile, and you're gonna notice the first few cards are gonna be shown. Now keep in mind, what you see is what's in your draw pile. It's actually random of what you get. So you still have four deal damage cards, 4 plus 3, so 7 damage cards. You have two guard cards, two draw cards, two heal cards, and two increased strength cards that are shown. Now keep in mind, you're not gonna get those. Like you might get something else that's not shown. So I'm gonna show you the deck in a bit in the programming side of things later. Press return to go back to this. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the next encounter too because there's only three. I might add one more, but I'll think about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with some blocking because as you can see we have one enemy attacking for 6. I'm gonna add 1 mana so that I can go ahead and add another block here for 20. Unfortunately, I did not get a attack card last turn, so I could not really do anything else there. But I do have an attack card now. But before I do that, you may have noticed there's a -1 here because and there's a poison icon too, damage per round. Now because my strength is -1 by rule, as you can see, I can only deal 5 damage. It's modified -1. Technically speaking, by the default, an attack card can do 6 damage by normal standard. So if your strength is -6, when you start off, it's going to be 0. So keep that in mind. I'm going to increase my strength by 4 so that I can get back to the positive number and and have 9 damage. But I'm going to go test my luck here. I'm going to add 4 mana and I'm going to draw some cards. 4 plus 2 is 6. So I get some cards back. Now we get into some interesting territory. I don't have another attack card other than this, but I have 6 mana to play with. I have some cards that can give me more mana or more attack power if I trade up. So I'm gonna trade. I'm gonna trade 20 HP. I have enough to do that for 5 attack power. Then when I have 4 mana left, I can heal that exact number of HP to get it back. Then I can attack for 14. Do you gotta think about, do you want to go at attacking or defense this turn? In this case, attacking was the best move because you can see that their next move is to guard. So the first enemy, the green guy, is guarding for 10. So that means I need an attack card that is 10 or higher. The good news is I have one for 14, but I can really end them by pressing this one right here. It's going to cost me 3 mana, but luckily for us, we have a mana plus card. We can add 4 mana, and then we can use both of these, 3, 6, and then we can add 30 damage, and I can put both of them. I can attack both. This mana for health card, I'm going to maybe change it to mana for cards. I really don't think it's that useful. So I'm gonna change that card. I'm gonna end my turn. So he hits me for 6. That's okay. Let's go ahead and for this turn. But remember, each time you play this experience, you're not going to get the same hand every time. So whatever I'm showing you is random. But I'm just showing you guys how you would play a certain hand. So if you have this type of hand with 4 mana, I have I could actually end this right now because I have 30 damage. That's 20 out of 50 HP. I could end it right now, and I'm going to. There we go. So add card to collection. Now this one. Now these are all built in. I'm gonna use the increase health by 5. That final encounter is here. There's 3 enemies for the final encounter of of this particular build, but I might add one more just to spice it up. So, final encounter, you're gonna have these 3 puppies right here. So I have this type of hand. Now I can draw 6 cards for free, basically. But I'm going to go ahead and first play the cards as normal. I'm gonna go ahead and add 10 block because you can see 3, 6 damage, and then you have this. I'm gonna test my luck, and I'm going to go for adding strength. I can attack here if I want to, or I can draw my luck, press my luck a bit, and go for an add mana card. No, but I have another attack card, but I have another draw 4. No add mana, but I can draw. I can keep drawing, but nothing here. Not this time. I can heal for one. I can heal or I can attack. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the attack here, though. I'm gonna attack this green guy for 14, and as you can see, those blocks helped. Now we get our new card that we just acquired from our reward. Increase your max health by 5 if I paid up 2 mana. I'm going I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that yet, but you can still you could get it back later. I'm going to add 8 strength and I'm going to attack for 22. Now they're going to heal for 5. They're going to heal for 5 here. So the best action is to try to attack. Unfortunately, I did not get lucky because as you can see here, there are no attack cards. All of them add mana cards, and really you can skip this turn if you want to press and turn. And again, I don't get an attack card either for this round, but they are going to attack, so I'm going to go ahead and add 5 guard. But you can add your strength cards if you want to, because if you get an attack card next turn, you can already apply it. So I'm gonna go for 2 and oh, I got add mana. So I'm gonna add 2 more there, and then I'm going to go ahead and heal for 30 and end turn. Now I get my attack card I have for 31. I can add 2. I can add 4 more to that to 35, and then I have a card that I just made. increase max HP by 25 if I want to. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go for 35 damage there, and then I'm gonna heal for 25. They're gonna heal for 7, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to attack here. But first, I'm going to heal for 3, add block, add a mana for 1 string down, draw 4 cards. Ooh boy. And then I'm gonna add 2 more cards. Ooh, nice. The 34, 34, 34. 34 times 3. Okay, 8, 12. I think that's 100 and 369. That's around 108 damage. At least 108, 100 damage plus. Yeah, that's 102. So 34 for this, 34 for that, 34 for that guy. Okay, now we don't have an attack card, but we have strength cards. So if we can add 4, I'm gonna add 5 or 8. No, I can't do 8 anymore because I don't have enough mana. But I'm gonna add 5, and I'm gonna block. So right now we're at 37 strength. That means 43 attack here. Let's see, 43 plus 43. Yep, that's gonna win the game. And that's the game. 3 encounters. So when you have finished the encounter set, that is gonna be the win. You dub you dub the game. But I'm gonna tell you, each time you play, it's going to be different. If I play again, we're gonna start over from the first encounter. But as you can see, I have different cards. I did not start this way in the original, in the first run through. But you have the same type of cards here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and exit the game so I can show you a little bit of the programming side. So Nue actually has for us some things we can do, like adding cards. But I'm gonna do a tutorial for that later on. I just wanted to show you how it looks like. But here's the thing, you only get one deck for now. So right here is where all the good things happen. So I have gameplay here. I have decks. Now, from what I understand, there is only allowed one deck for now. From my understanding of this particular asset pack. Now, as you can see, we have card settings. Now, you may have noticed there are different card types. There are 19 different cards. Now, now keep in mind these are different cards. So each card is one particular asset. So the attack card, the basic one that you have seen, that gets its own data. Attack number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way down to 19. Now let's say if I add another card, I have to add another card here. So let's say I modify the draw 4, the regular draw, with this draw basic. That's 2 cards. Let's say that I'm gonna have you for 2 cards. I'm gonna give it's either 2 mana or you give up something else. Okay, I can program that. I'm gonna show you how to do that in a tutorial. Maybe later today. Be later another video later today before VR. But that's how you do it. Okay, that is all for the experience. Now I'm gonna show you guys where you can download this experience when it's ready. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the website that I'm building, although it's not ready yet. It's on Weebly. Be on Weebly, my favorite to go to site to make websites. I could make it myself, but I'm like, nah. It's not gonna be worth it, especially if you have to like pay like $10 per month. I know how to make a website from scratch, but I'm not gonna do it just because. I'm sorry, but that's how it works. I know how to make a website because I learned HTML. But I'm not gonna do it if I feel that it's not gonna be worth it at the end because I still have to pay money. And I'm like, no. I'd rather do it for free and give you something for free. Then you have to pay money and then do this and that. Anyway, this is where it's gonna be when it's ready. Okay. I haven't edited this template yet for the site, so it's actually gonna look exactly like this. So it's gonna be yukicreations.weebly.com, and I'm gonna have like a download experience page for you guys. Okay. So that is all for the moment. We'll be back with you guys on another video. I'm gonna tell you guys how to use the Nue pack to make your own experience, like I just showed you in a tutorial. I might do it an all-in-one, or I might do it separately. We'll see. But look out for a post or something about the experience, and we'll be back later. Enjoy, and we'll see you guys for VR.